Welcome back. All right, so last year, game one, Edmonton comes out. They assert themselves in Dallas. They won 3-2. And Dallas has struggled in game ones. In fact, that's kind of understating things. It had been a while since Dallas had had anything near a good game in a game one. And for long stretches of this game, it looked like it was more of the same that we were seeing here. So Skinner versus Ottinger, the Stars going with 12 forwards and 6 defensemen rather than the 11 and 7 that they've been using, meaning Heiskanen can take a regular shift. Connor Brown playing for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, so mostly healthy lineups on both sides. There's an early chance for Granlund, that's held. The Oilers press, they're kept to the outside. Draisaitl has a one-timer that's kicked aside, puck's cleared out. Things are then pushy on a hold by Skinner. So the physicality shows up a little bit early on. The Stars press at 2.5 minutes. Kane fires one high on a rush. McDavid goes beast mode, but he's denied. McDavid had some really good chances in this game. The shots on net are even, 3 apiece through 4.5 minutes of play. So pretty good back and forth action at this point. So glove save on Johnston. Robertson has a shot that's blocked. Steele would be denied from the doorstep as the Stars get some pressure. Stars then draw a power play. That leads to a shorthanded fast break for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. That saved. There's another clear. And then there's a shorthanded 2-on-1 that ends that. So not a great first power play for Dallas. And then Rantanen nearly scores after it ends, but nearly is not a goal, so it stays scoreless. The Oilers then get some pressure at the half, and at 10:19 they open the scoring. Draisaitl goes far side on a net drive. Nurse and McDavid with the assists. So 1-0 for the Edmonton Oilers. The road team taking the crowd out of it a little bit early on. Steele then has a net feed that's picked off. Good forechecking by the Oilers leads to some pressure. There's a crossbar for Hyman. The Stars press with 7 minutes left. McDavid has a wraparound that saved as the Oilers get some pressure. Stetcher was denied. Ottinger at that point minus a stick, but no harm, no foul there. The Stars were forced to ice it. And honestly, the Oilers are building some momentum until there's a turnover, and Tyler Seguin goes glove side on a breakaway to tie the game at 1 at 15:22. So that gets the crowd back into it and evens the score at 1 apiece. Wallman then has a wrister that's held. There's some pushing there. Johnston has a slot chance that's blocked. It's 1-1 after the first period of play. So you go to the second period. McDavid's end-to-end rush is kicked aside. The shots are 2 apiece at 2.5 minutes. Comparatively speaking with some of the other games we've seen in the playoffs, lots of chances both ways in this, which I felt like kind of favored the Oilers at points in this game. That wide open game, I think, is more of an Edmonton thing than a Dallas thing. So Bouchard has a screenshot that misses wide. Draisaitl has a rush chance that saved. The Stars press at 4.5 minutes. They're back-to-back icings by the Oilers. And then we get a power play for the Edmonton Oilers. There's an early clear, but the Oilers come back into the zone, and at 6:08, Nugent-Hopkins picks a corner from the slot. So you can't let him get those chances. He's going to put them in as he does. The Oilers have the lead back at 2-1. McDavid and Draisaitl with the assists. The Stars would look to respond. Kulak has a backhander that's held. The shots 7 minutes in are 7-2 in favor of the Oilers. The Oilers controlling this game until at 7:48, Bouchard wires one far corner from the left circle. I thought that's one Ottinger should have had, so I thought that was a bit of an oof on his behalf. So Bouchard from Nugent-Hopkins and Draisaitl, it's 3-1 in favor of the Oilers. And Dallas is in some measure of trouble here, aren't they? Because we've still got 7:48 left in the second period. And at this stage, the Oilers are in full control of the game. And then there's a post for Nurse as the Oilers are looking for another. So it was that close to 4-1. Seguin has a rush chance that's held. There's a near miss for Draisaitl in close. The Oilers go back to the power play. There's an early clear. McDavid has a rush chance that's held. There's some pushing. Back-to-back clears. Dallas does kill that off. So that could have made things worse as well. There were a lot of opportunities in this second period for the Oilers to make things worse for Dallas. It just didn't quite go in the net for them. Harley has a net drive that's blocked. The Oilers press are kept to the outside. Marchman has a rush chance that's held. Janmark has a net feed that's picked off. And then with 1:02 left, Dallas draws a power play. But the Oilers prevent a setup. And when Dallas gets into the zone, the Oilers are blocking the path to the net. So it's 3-1 entering the third period, but the Oilers, it looks like, are in full control. They've outshot Dallas 22-17. I thought they outchanced them, they'd outplayed them, but that power play rolls over into the third period. And 32 seconds in, Heiskanen gets his first goal of the playoffs. It's a point shot pass to screen Granlund and Marchment with the assists. And you could just feel that shift. You could feel that in that moment, Dallas gets a little bit of wind in their sails, and this is where things really change. The Oilers press to respond. The Stars go back to the power play. There's an early clear. There's a shorthanded rush by Janmark. And then at 3:49, Granlund wires one from the right circle. He roofs it past a screen. Heiskanen and Sagan with the assist. So while Dallas fans would start the mocking jeering of Skinner, as is the tradition, I didn't think there was much that Skinner could do since he couldn't see this one. He couldn't see the one before that either. So, and then the one before that is Sagan on a breakaway. So, yeah, at this point now it is a 3-3 tie. That was 2 goals on 3 shots early in the third period for Dallas. Granlund to Harley near miss, and then Dallas goes back to the power play. So the Oilers need to keep their sticks down. And I know there was some debate about this one, but you need to keep your sticks down in these situations. And I put here the Oilers need a kill. They desperately needed a kill here. They could not let Dallas get one. And then I think this takes 11 seconds. At 5:58, Duchesne buries one in close. There were bodies in the way. Skinner was throwing his arms up as if he felt he was interfered with. At the very least, he wasn't happy that he didn't have a chance to make the save here. Duchesne, with his first of the playoffs, the assists to Hintz and Rantanen. So during the first 2 rounds, Rantanen was in on almost every goal for Dallas. That changed tonight. And that's good because if Dallas is going to take this the rest of the way and maybe win a championship, they can't be relying on just one player to get that done offensively. So Sagan has a near miss as the Stars look for another. Now the momentum has shifted to Dallas. Edmonton kind of running around a bit here. Bischel's denied from the doorstep. It's all Dallas. Kapanen fires one wide on a rush. The Oilers would then draw a power play. There's an early clear and then another. The Stars do a good job of blocking during that power play. They kill that off. Just 1 shot on net for Edmonton during the power play. In fact, the shots are 7-4 for Dallas with 7.5 minutes left. Hyman gets dinged on a Draisaitl shot. That's the price you pay for standing in front of the net and trying to block out the goaltender, and it's something I'm sure has happened to Hyman numerous times, but he was kind of limping a bit as he went back to the bench. Johnston fires one wide on a rush. Kane has a net feed that's blocked. Frederick fans on a slot chance. That was a prime opportunity, and Trent Frederick just could not get that to go. And then at 16:02, amazing hand-eye coordination here by Sagan. He bats a backhand that was going to the net. He bats it out of the air into the net. Sagan from Steele and Robertson. So it's 16:02, right around that time where Edmonton would have been thinking about pulling the goalie because they're down by 1. Now they're down by 2. So the goalie pull would happen not long after, and while I'm writing goalie pull on the board, at 16:45, Lindell hits the empty net. So one of the storylines that's been very prominent in these playoffs is the Oilers play in the third period and how good the Oilers are in third periods. Keep in mind they had a 3-1 lead going into the third. They lose this one 6-3. They had a +10 in third periods in the playoffs coming into tonight. Dallas just cut that in half. Now it's a +5. Very different than a year ago where it was a 3-2 win for Edmonton. Clearly Dallas learned some lessons, or at the very least, it looks that way early on in the series. It's just one game, but Dallas with a huge 6-3 win, and then everybody hugs each other at the horn because it's what you do, including Perry kind of, miming Dallas player. But at any rate, yeah, the dislike showed up towards the end of this one. We'll see whether or not that rolls over into the second game. I'm thinking that it does. And it is a 6-3 win for Dallas. Shots on net, 12-10 Oilers in the first, 9-7 Oilers in the second, 11-7 Dallas in the third. Both teams end up with 28 shots. The power play is the story. Last year, Dallas didn't score a single power play goal in the series. Tonight they went 3 for 4. The Oilers 1 for 3. The hits 39-31 in favor of the Oilers. So the Oilers, who had trouble with their penalty kill early in the playoffs against LA, that shows up again tonight. Skinner saves 22 out of 27. I don't know how many of these he was supposed to save. I'm normally fine with people criticizing Skinner because at times it's warranted. In this one, his save percentage isn't good, but I don't know how many of these he was supposed to save. Ottinger, 25 saves on 28 shots at the other end. So Otter outperforms Skinner. I will agree with that. Pretty good game. 9 goals in this one. Kind of fun to watch. So there you go. The conference finals so far, 7 goals in one game last night, 9 goals tonight. That averages out to 8. That's pretty entertaining. So let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. And let me know how you feel about tonight's game in the comment section below as always. That being said, I will talk to you again soon.